so crazy how God works, man. It's just like I have so many like things that just happen, like whether it's God, which I believe it's God. You know, you can believe whatever you want to believe, but like I, I'm like thinking of something like, man, this would be nice to have, or like, man, this would be so dope if it happened, or like maybe it's just like instincts or just something like that. But then I think about it, and then like a couple seconds or maybe even a day later, it just happens. It's so crazy. Maybe it's just the power of thought, you know. And I believe in the power of thought. Of course, I believe in the power of words as well. I think words carry a really strong weight. I think I don't really believe in the speak into existence stuff. Uh, I mean, I like a very high level. Yes, I think it's possible to speak, literally, to like speak yourself into that reality happening. Um, but it's not what people normally think. Like people usually think like, oh, okay, I can just say affirmations in the mirror, and then hopefully, one day, it'll all pay off, and then it's like you don't get a six pack by saying, give me a six pack 6 times a day in the mirror. You get a six pack from fucking working out, and there's power to it. I think that it's like it works hand in hand. I'm not saying it's completely useless to not not kind of speak those things in existence. I definitely do think words like that, or just words in general, carry a lot of power. But I do think that there are a group of people that kind of give it a little bit too much power and end up letting that kind of define their reality, when what defines your reality is the inputs you put into this world. And what I think words do is that words really help, I guess, accelerate those inputs. It's like if you're playing fucking NBA, which I never played, but I've just heard this analogy a lot of times, which is like, in order for I don't know if this is actually how it works, but it's an analogy anyways, is like, okay, you can buy booster packs for your players in NBA, but if your player isn't good. Well, I don't know if this is a good analogy now. I'm not thinking about it, but like if your player wasn't already like good, then it actually doesn't help to have any booster pack. I don't know if you're like play that fucking game, then you could probably clown me, but it's probably not how it works. But essentially, what I'm saying is like it only will work. It will only like it's only a supplement. It's not something that is required. What is required is the work required. The fucking what the market is asking for. The market is not asking for you to shout a little louder in the mirror in the morning. That's not really what matters. Like that, like at a certain point, um, it just like it doesn't matter. What matters is, again, like the work you put in, and how strategic you are as a person, and or as a strategic thinker, and the affirmations are only like a supplement. Do I really clown on affirmations? I clown on the people that just think that you can just rely on affirmations, and just like that's just ridiculous. I don't think anyone can argue with me on that. Like you can't just like buy a couple crystals, talk to the crystals, put it on your fucking pillow, and then next day you end up with $1 million. Like it's just not. It's not. You'll find out very soon that doesn't work like that. And I'm sure there's some fucking coincidences that has made it seemingly true for some people. But if we think about it, what matters again is the work that you put in. I mean, it's just like that's just what it is. If you don't provide value into the world, you're not going to get anything. It's like money trades for something, like something of value, and value is perception, is a lot of perception, and you can actually manipulate the perceived value, by the way you deliver something, how you present it, in a way of your tonality, or just perceived value to what the product or service can potentially do for someone. That's how you can that's where you kind of create really high returns. So I actually saw this post by Cody Sanchez, and it was of course today's a fucking traffic day, you know, fuck. But it was over cash flow businesses and non-cash flow businesses. And essentially what a cash flow business was is like the product or service is productized. That means every time I'm delivering the same solution, and and it's reoccurring revenue. So like if I make 50 grand a month, 50 grand this one, next month I know that I'm gonna get, you know, with accounting for churn, plus or minus around that 50 grand, 50 grand range. It might be 47 and or something like that, or a really good business, which would be like positive churn, which is like, you know, like 50, it'd increase to 53, which is like a really, really great business if you have positive churn. Like there's very, very few companies that actually have positive churn. Most companies are they have to get acquire a certain amount of customers, new customers every single month in order to even start at the start line from last month. So churn is really important in a business. You have employee churn and you have customer churn. I would argue that employee churn doesn't matter in the beginning, but it definitely starts mattering at the corporate level, which I'm not there yet. I did have a employee resign a couple of days ago due to some family issues, personal stuff, and it was just really intense on him. And it was unfortunate because there was no notice. So like there was a lot of things that he was a pivotal key in, and now it's kind of like I have to take him over until we find someone new. He didn't give any notice, so we don't have, like, we have a short list of people, but I don't like, I made the huge mistake, because if I were to like go back in time and to talk to myself before building Astro Blaster or before our big webinars that we did, was I would tell my old self to hire someone who's fucking done it before. Like hire someone who's fucking done it before and has the culture. Like, yes, look for experience and stuff. I would argue that culture is a lot more important than experience. And experience is fucking important, but it also depends on what type of role you're looking for. If like you're looking for a role that's like, okay, well, I've actually already done this like 100 fucking times. I just need you to take over my position. Then it's like, okay, well, I'm looking for someone that is fucking one, trainable. I don't need a fucking A player because I've already reached to the top from A to Z, and I've done all the fucking things, and I can run circles around you. At that point, it's like you're looking for someone that's teachable. You're not really looking for someone that's experienced, because they're gonna have their own fucking ways of doing everything. And if you've done something for so fucking long, then it's gonna be hard, one, for you guys to agree on something, and two, for it to be scalable, because he's going to want to do something else and you're going to want to do this, because I mean that's what you've been doing for so fucking long and it's been working. So that's why it's like, okay, well, you want almost, and don't take this out of context, it's like you want almost like B players, or like at least B plus players for this type of hire, specifically because you can train them, they're highly trainable, and they're not as I guess as expensive as A players. So for that specifically, yes. But if it's for something that you have no idea, you know, how to do, no one on your team has any experience on, you know, what's good, what's bad, and you can't really learn anything from them, then it's like, okay, well, you should hire someone that is definitely, you know, been walk the walk, talk the talk. And in the interview, this is actually the greatest indicator of someone that's actually an A player, is that they're actually teaching you on the interview. And again, I've made this huge mistake, is like, it was kind of needed, but I strategically planned really wrong. And what happened was, you know, I had this huge webinar coming up with a really big affiliate in the game, and I didn't realize how important the customer onboarding experience was. Like, and also, like, it was also very hard to prepare for something like this. Like, we're also a very new company. Like, we started probably like 2 months ago, and then now we have like 1,000 customers drop through the door. Now thinking about it, it's like, what the fuck? It's like, obviously, you know, any company that starts in 2 fucking months or has an age of 2 months would not be able to handle 1,000 customers. You know, it's like that requires a lot more infrastructure. Like, even now, like, you would need to give us at least, you know, 30 to 45 days to be able to intake 1,000 customers over a weekend. You know, it's like, but that's what happened. And we were we were not matured as a company yet. But other than that, like the lesson here was, it was really like hiring very strategically. Like you cannot, especially your first hire, man. It's like your first hire is probably the most important. It's like you should take time on your hires. You should hire really, 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 really fucking slow. And if there's red flags in the beginning, any sort of red flags, anything that you have any doubts in your mind for, then they are going to turn into much bigger red flags in the future. It's like the first impression is the first impression. It's like that if that's who they are, that's who they are. It's like I've seen it so many damn times. So if you're at the stage right now and you're scaling your company and you're starting to hire now, you have to make sure that you may not feel the pain of needing to hire right now, but if you know 30 to 45 days down the road that you need to hire, fucking call. Yo, hey, what's up, Carson? How's it going? Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm driving right now. Probably like 10 minutes out. So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just because I know obviously you went to Bulls and you now.
Wait, it's hard to hear you.
Hold on.
Maybe it's me. I don't know. But
You got me now?
Yeah, it's a little better.
I took you off speakers. Is better?
Yeah, it's better.
All right. Yeah. So I was just mainly the main thing that I'm working on right now is obviously I'm doing well with the agent outreach shit. So my main thing right now is like agent outreach is not super time consuming. You know, like it's only to hit like the normal KPIs. You know, it's probably like maybe like 3 hours a day for me to hit everything that I'm.
Are you tracking?
Yeah. Well, I should be tracking more. I started tracking, like the actual KPIs of what I'm doing, and I haven't been able to see, exactly. Obviously, it's been working, but I haven't been able to see exactly. I haven't been
at that point, you couldn't reverse engineer it. Well, thankfully, I know the industry averages for your stuff. Well, it's industry average. It's not, where you're market specific, but essentially, let's say you look at 500 properties. They might be luxury, they might not work, it doesn't matter. It's just like you look at 500 residential properties. You may only be able to make offers on 100.
Yeah.
Which is realistic usually. I mean, you can make offers on all 500, but only like 1 out of 5 will be viable. And again, this is industry average. And I'm breaking you down to numbers so you can reverse engineer this for you. This is essentially how to do 2 to 3 deals is 100 offers. So what I usually see is if you're doing MLS, now off market is going to be much different, of course. There may be a higher acceptance rate. I've seen a higher acceptance rate, to be honest. But there's other variables at play.
My business model is, is at least as of now, is purely pocket listings.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably offered on like maybe a handful of on-market properties, but all my deals have been off-market pocket listings. That I've tracked how many offers I've made. So I've made more offers on like properties that have been kind of a long shot, but for like actual real leads.
Yeah.
Since I started in January, I've worked roughly 220 leads, so that's at least 220 offers. And that's converted into roughly like 5 to 6 deals.
Yeah, so right around benchmark, right? Yeah. Like a little lower than benchmark because I mean it's also your first couple of deals. You may not have the full Rolodex of buyers and all the different tricks to maximize your fee. But essentially, it's 100 offers, 4 to 6 get accepted, and then 2 to 3 close is industry average. So out of all you get under contract, 66% will close. So essentially, you make 100 offers, 2 to 3 will close, about there, which really lines up with what you have right now. So that kind of proves that. So now, as far as systemizing goes, you want to make sure you're tracking, of course, and it's not like you have to like do anything crazy and make all these crazy CRMs, but you can just go on a Google sheet.
Yeah. So when you say like what exactly for agent outreach, what are the main KPIs to be tracking? Because I am tracking, I just don't know exactly like what's the right stuff to be tracking to make sure I'm staying on track. Like are you tracking exactly what you're sending a day and stuff like that?
Yeah. Well, I would say most importantly, like if you're asking me the 2 most important KPIs, and let me know at any point you lose me because I'm in a parking garage.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, so the most important is conversations had. So new conversations had per day.
Okay.
And then
Including text conversations.
I would say
Or
so.
like phone calls.
Like essentially you're trying to like just a 50 meaningful conversations.
I lost you there.
50 meaningful conversations. You still have me?
Oh, yeah, I lost you for a second. I heard you say 50 meaningful
Yeah,
conversations.
50 meaningful conversations and 5 offers essentially. 5 written offers, not verbal offers, written offers.
And that's the daily KPI you want to hit.
Yep, essentially that's the KPI to do 2 to 3 deals a month.
So yeah, I'm definitely not hitting that KPI, but it's also mainly because I'm limited to like pocket listings. Obviously, you can't make offers if there's no pocket listings getting sent to you.
Well,
So that's
the
pretty much
point of 50 conversations is to fruit enough pocket listings to make 50 offers. Or no, not 50 offers, 5 offers.
okay. And then if you don't have enough pocket listings there, then you just
You'd
make
probably
like you just
backfill
hit
with
your KPI.
MLS.
Yeah, on MLS deals. Okay, no, that makes sense.